Taylor Cooney with 2 points, and looks like that's how this one's going to end, as MVNU women take care of the Grace College Lancers, and for the second straight time between these two teams in Ariel Arena, they hold the Grace Lady Lancers under 60 points for the second straight time in Ariel Arena. And Emily Walker held the ball, and that's how this ball game ends. So we're going to run through some final stats here as MVNU takes care of business against the Grace College Lady Lancers. MVNU wins 87-58, a very, very impressive win by Mount Vernon. They got behind 6-0 early on, but after that, they literally were on fire the rest of the way. Now, a few times in that second half, Grace did make it a little interesting, got within 14 points, but that was as low as what they could get, and Mount Vernon quickly answered and wins by 29 points. And for the first time in conference play since last season, only against Goshen College and Bethel University, Mount Vernon has scored more than 80 points in a game. And I stand corrected, they also scored more than 80 points against Marion in the Crossroads League Tournament semifinals last season. So only the third time since last season that Mount Vernon has scored more than 80 points against a Crossroads League opponent. And the first time against the Grace Lady Lancers that they've scored more than 80 points since their 87-79 win at Grace back on the last game of the regular season in the 2019/2020 year. So we're going to go through the final stats very, very quickly. Maggie Coe leads the way today for Mount Vernon, 17 points, and she played outstanding. She played absolutely outstanding basketball all game long, and I'm going to see if I can get the official scoring. So Sage Brannon finishes the game with 15 points off 6 of 11 shooting, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, as she goes away with 5 rebounds, 5 assists. And Emma Brown, 5 points off the bench for MVNU. Very impressive performance by the redshirt freshman. She finished 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, 1 rebound. Emily Walker, 8 points off the bench for MVNU. She looked really, really impressive too. Emily Walker finishes 3 of 5 shooting, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And what a performance by the Hoover High School product out of North Canton, Ohio. Riley Peru, 12 points. She only had 5 points the bulk of the game. She was held to 5 points in the first half and really for a bulk of the second half, and then she got on fire late in the third quarter and through the fourth quarter. Finishes with 12 points off 3 of 11 shooting. She struggled from three-point range. She shot just 1 of 7. So a down game for Peru from the three-point line, but great defense. Definitely was the difference maker in Peru's three-point shooting today. She did finish a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and she had 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Katie Sprang, 4 points off the bench for MVNU. So very, very impressive performance there by Katie Sprang. And Sprang, 4 points off 2 of 3 shooting, 3 rebounds. Maggie Coe, as I said, leads the way with 17 points off 6 of 14 shooting, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2, perfect at the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Lily Krieger finishes the game with 10 points and 10 rebounds. So Lily Krieger gets yet another double-double off 5 of 9 shooting, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. And Maggie Koblenz also shined off the bench for MVNU, 16 points for the game. 14 of those 16 came in the first half, and she really was the difference maker in Mount Vernon's comeback in the first half after being down 6-0 through the first 2 minutes. Maggie Koblenz played outstanding, absolutely outstanding basketball here today. And what a performance, though, by Maggie Koblenz. 5 of 11 shooting, a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And leading the way for Grace was Maddie Ryman. She ends the game with 15 points off 4 of 14 shooting, 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Then the next person to score, Taylor Cooney, she had 2 points. Those were only at the free throw line. She did have 1 rebound. 7 points for Peyton Murphy, who looked really, really good, though, for the Lancers. 2 of 12 shooting, 3 of 3 perfect at the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Kenzie McMahon, 3 points off 1 of 4 shooting, but she did have 11 rebounds and 3 assists. So a very, very impressive performance by McMahon. Carissa Wigman ends the game with 4 points off 2 of 4 shooting, 2 rebounds, and Carly Feldman, boy, she showed up, 15 points as well. So her and Maddie Ryman, they combined for 30 of Grace's 58 total points scored. Carly Feldman, 6 of 12 shooting, 3 of 7 at the free throw line, so that's where the difference was. 10 rebounds, 1 assist for Feldman. Kirsten Poore was the third Lady Lancer in double figures with 12 off 5 of 11 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, just 1 of 2 at the line, and 1 assist. So 3 players, Feldman, Ryman, and Poore, combining for 42 of Grace's 58 points. And we are going to look over the team stats here very, very quickly before we transition to the men's game. Great performance by MVNU today. They shot the ball really well. Grace shot 31% from the field, 20% from actually, I stand corrected. They shot 31% from the field, and they shot just 16% from beyond the arc. Mount Vernon, a blistering 47% from the field and 38% from three-point range. Pretty equal to what they accumulated at Kenyon back on Wednesday. And the difference for Mount Vernon, they shot 89% from the free throw line. Grace just 70. Grace had 10 turnovers for the game. Mount Vernon only with 9. So Mount Vernon definitely cleaned up. They definitely played great today, and they didn't have as many turnovers today. So that's definitely an improvement, especially in a tough Crossroads League schedule. MVNU 12 points off of Grace's 10 turnovers. Grace 8 points off of Mount Vernon's 9 turnovers. Mount Vernon out rebounding Grace 48-36, 37-24 defensively. 12-11 Grace offensive rebounds against MVNU. 17-6 Mount Vernon over Grace in second chance points. 25-6 points off the bench for Mount Vernon over Grace. Points in the paint 32 for Mount Vernon, 24 for Grace. 5 blocks for MVNU, none for Grace. 5 steals for Mount Vernon, just 1 for Grace. And Mount Vernon, 19 assists, Grace just with 12. So that is going to do it for the women's game. MVNU takes it 87-58. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I will be with you on the men's game. And thanks so much for tuning into the women's game. A very big win for MVNU today, a step in the right direction. Their next game will be on the road at USF for a Thanksgiving week game Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. That will be followed by the men's game at 7. Next time we see MVNU women at home will be in a very key matchup Wednesday, December 1st against the Trojans of Taylor University. That game will kick off at 7. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. God bless.